Our boat is made of resin-infused fiberglass, but what happens when one of those two things is just missing? Last year we shared our What the Hull dry glass on a new boat video, which documented the dry fiberglass on our bridge deck. At the time we shared that was only part 1. Well, buckle up, here's part 2. In this video we're going to show you the other dry patches of fiberglass that were found in our bridge deck. We're also going to give you an important insight into the whys of our offer to Travelopia and Robertson and Caine that was explored in our last video, and give you an update on the current warranty situation of our vessel Liger, as well as the other Leopard 45 that we showed with the cracked bulkheads last week, as well as show you something really interesting that we saw on Facebook this week regarding the future of Leopard catamarans. As explained in part 1, the dry fiberglass in our bridge deck was originally identified through a blister that was documented by the surveyor in Italy, who asked for the area to be ultrasonically scanned. That was done and anomalies were detected. Robertson and Caine did not authorize any further investigation and referred to a collective group of issues as normal wear and tear on a vessel after an ocean crossing. When we arrived in Trinidad, we contracted a local guy to open it up, who found dry fiberglass under all of the detected anomalies, as well as another area towards the rear of the hull. During the time the first repair team sent by Travelopia and Leopard Catamarans was here, they tested the hull, identifying more potential discrepancies, including the patches under the bridge deck that we're about to show you.
Probably there. Nothing there.
The tapping he's doing is a sounding technique to check for discrepancies in the hull. You can learn more about this in our tap testing videos.
That's going to peel back, that's going to peel back.
Where the lighter colour is. Yeah.
Dry them up.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You see that?
Oh yeah, that's not good.
That's a proper dry them up. All that's coming off, all of that.
Yeah.
And that. That's bad there. All of that. That's coming off, that's bad.
I'm sure that goes back upstairs.
You can see all the lighter bits, that's all going to have to come off back to the foam core.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
but you'll probably just take the whole patch out and redo it
Exactly.
properly.
Yeah. That's a little flop there as well. That's it really, round that line, so just going up round there.
Do you want to get that patch?
What's that then? Is that another patch as well?
That'll be a grass, but yeah, you can mark it out like that.
Still dry under there.
Yeah.
The grinding of these two patches with dry fiberglass was done over the course of a few days. First, Nino had to determine where the dry fiberglass patch actually ended. Ensuring that every single piece of dry fiberglass mat and dry fiberglass chop strand was removed from the hull. He then had to grind out a larger area to facilitate the repair, which would include laying layers and layers of new fiberglass.
Good. I'll let you do it.
Szmatka sprależy.
That's ready to go for some filler. They're just waiting to get the vinyl ester filler, and then they'll start that one as well.
At the start of this video, I mentioned the future of leopard catamarans, so we're at that point in the video. Earlier this week, I saw a post on Facebook which showed a leopard catamaran being launched at the Royal Cape Yacht Club down in Cape Town, which is also where our boat was launched, and it had a giant 46 on the side. Now, there's no information about this boat on Leopard's website, so I can only assume it is a new model that they will be launching later in the year, no doubt to much fanfare. As someone who lives on a Leopard catamaran and through the warranty process has seen more of the boats than most, there's a few things that jump out. Obviously, under the 46, you can see that it says electric drive. At the back, I can see that there's nothing where we have a generator exhaust outlet, so I'm thinking this will be a hybrid, because looking at the available deck space, I don't think there's any chance of this having enough solar to be able to run it as a fully electric catamaran with any decent range. Interestingly, up on the flybridge, the seating area has been moved forward compared to where it is on our boat, and to me the space behind it looks big enough for solar panels similar to the 400 watt rigid panels we have on our solar arch. The reflection of the windows in the saloon and the way the hull windows are segmented leads me to think that people are right in saying it's marine glass, not perspex, which is a positive. Looking at the bows, the shape has changed. Hopefully this means the join is on the outside, not the inside, and it's a strengthening of the construction process to remove the vertical cracks that too many hulls have. It is interesting to know which direction they're taking things in future. Would we swap this hull for one of those? My answer is still no. Something I am curious about though is which factory they're going to build this boat in. Because of the current sailboats that they make, the 45, 50 and 42, the 45 was the first released and you would assume the first to be superseded. and this boat's a 46. So I do wonder if this 46 is going to be built in what's currently the 45 factories, which are the factories that this hull was built in. So it's a bit of food for thought, very interesting to know what direction they're looking at going, and interesting still to see more details when Leopard release them, no doubt later this year. After last week's video where we shared the peace offering that Trent made, we had a few comments from people asking why it is that we would want to keep this hull as part of any agreement. Now, there's a lot of work that's gone into this hull that you can't necessarily tell straight away. We have done a huge amount of upgrading and customization over the years that this boat has been stuck in different locations, including South Africa, Gibraltar, Italy, Croatia, and now Trinidad. It's incalculable how much work and effort has gone into doing these. So what I'm going to do, I've got my high quality pointer here, and I'm just going to go around the boat and just point. I'm not even going to go into any detail, I'm just going to point to give you an idea of things that we have done something to. Here, there's rubber, it's not there right now. This, and this. Looking up, this, even that little tiny hook. This, if I didn't point to it already. Obviously this, solar arch, solar panels, 1, 2, 3, 4. Davit, winch backing plate, the way the winch goes, all done. This, come up this way, this. All of the deck fittings, almost now, have been rebed by the time we leave Trinidad. Every single deck fitting on this boat will have been checked, rebedded, and backing plates or anything else added if necessary. This, the extra block here, this, this light, these frames, the shape of this anchor well, this, Starling, this, these, plus this, these, this, did that, these two poles, that, helm enclosure, this, we have a leather steering wheel, not on right now, additional switch, charging point, this leads me to engine bay. We have Sterling units, sign bow power modules, anti-siphon loops, fuel polishers, additional storage. Going inside, this all under here, Victron batteries, these hooks taken off, reshaped, glass, under here. I have to say we probably added this. We added that.
Yeah, the stainless then.
Yeah, we added that. These international power points. This in behind that too. This, let's see. This, the venting behind this bar work, this on the D, this arm, this, and this. Ooh. This. Pretty much all the plumbing on the boat we've had something to do with. This, those, that, this being square, so this, all behind there, all Victron electrical, that fan, this entire room, we got scuba gear, custom shelving made by Tynan, designed by Trent, this, that entire desk folds up, monitor folds that way, all mounted and perfect.
Spearfishing storage in the front.
Spearfishing storage and fishing gear storage in the front. Water maker underneath my feet with gauges here for clever access.
Clever.
Super clever. We're not going into the other side because I haven't cleaned it. But other side, washing machine, underfloor storage, king size bed, additional cabinetry, additional lighting. There's just so much, you can't even quantify how much. One day we'd love to do a tour, but we are just not in a position where we can do that right now. And also, security system. It's not very good though. Now it's time for some warranty updates, so let's start with the other leopard catamaran, which we showed you in our video last week. Since then, there has continued to be a bit of communication between the owners of that leopard catamaran, the Leopard office, and us, which to me is a positive sign. On that hull, there is a lot more to discuss than what was shown, but for now, we want to focus on how they handle this warranty submission from start to finish. Now on to Liger. At the time of posting, we have been on the hard stand in Trinidad for 485 days. Leopard catamarans still have not paid any of the invoices that we have submitted recently, and on that situation I am a bit lost for words. Nino is still in limbo with leopard catamarans, and personally that is something that I am extremely unhappy about, to say the least. After what we've been through in the past year of warranty repairs, much of which has not been published, there is not a price you can put on having someone we know we can trust, who is honest and who has integrity, working on and inside of our floating home. The first of the new materials has arrived in Trinidad at the boat. A huge roll of track mark, which I presume is here to repair the extensive and, in my opinion, avoidable damage to the track mark on our deck. From the sounds of things, we should finally have an update for you next week on the new warranty repair team Leopard Catamarans is intending to send out, and how Leopard thinks things are going to progress moving forwards. We're looking forward to that because as of this video going up, it has been 84 days since the previous contractor left, and in that time the only reason that warranty has progressed at all is because Nino has been here. In the time he's been here, he has already finished the anchor well, he's put the bows and under the waterline back to where, almost back to where they should be. He's finished under the pulpit seat, he's made huge strides on the port hull, he has finished the helm roof and should be finishing the upstairs seating area in the next day or two. That's one man using materials that either we sourced or he paid for, working with no guarantees because he felt that the right thing to do was to come back here and help finish our vessel to the way that it should have been from the very start.